time to get into the reviews, baby. Your boy. Why he doing a light up like Wheezy before his fucking the lighter flicks? He just gets in the bars. Your boy, Mr. Rob Markman.
Rob Markman.
That's right. The journalist.
The journalist.
Now the rapper, or the rapper that turned journalist that turned rapper again. I don't know what you want to call him. But your boy Rob Markman is back.
I'd have to say
for the first time.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd have to say that he was an artist turned, journalist, then turned artist, because he had his history, he had his past before he was a journalist. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, what would you consider you did first? You were a hip hop artist first. You were a podcaster and everything.
Exactly. Damn right.
So if we were to come out with an album later, it would be the same.
Let me tell you something, Rob Markman. Anybody that's a Rob Markman fan, okay? Big you got bars. And listen, Rob Markman out here talking greasy to the rappers, talking about, hey, he better than rappers that he interviewing. Hey, interview me.
That's too
interview
bold.
me
That's a little bit
because
too bold.
You don't got better bars than me, Rob Markman.
No.
You don't got better bars. I'm over here throwing shots.
Hey, straight up, that's bold, bro.
It's bold for him to say that.
It's
but
bold for him to say. It's like
he is coming out with EP. He's got to say some.
I would love for him to have said who he was talking about, because at least we know. Okay,
for some odd reason,
that
I don't know if he interviewed Wale, but I feel like he's talking about Wale.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I feel like everybody's talking about Wale, but
everyone dissing to Wale right now.
They're
kicking him.
It's either Wale or 21 Savage. It's one of those two he's dissing.
21 Savage got 9.5, bro.
Yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. What we're gonna give this Rob Markman, because we gave 21 Savage 9.5. But let's get into this. Let's get into this EP. It's called Right to Dream. It's a quick 7 tracks of Rob Markman giving you his magnum opus to the world. I won't say magnum opus, but his first offering. With him being a journalist, and you did get a chance to hear out his freestyle that he did on Sway.
No, it was alright.
It was alright. What did you think of?
Could have been written.
It could have been. Most of the time it's written. No. But what did you think of this EP?
Disappointing.
Oh shit! Goddamn.
That is. We talked about that.
Yeah.
We said we would talk.
We said we would talk about it. We'll talk about it next. We'll talk about it next podcast. We'll definitely talk about the difference between a real freestyle.
What the meaning of a freestyle is.
What did you think of Mr. Rob Markman's EP to the world?
I thought he aired out a lot of his past. I thought what he may have witnessed, may have not been a part of his own past. Could have been someone else who told him something.
Right.
That he
stories,
yeah. And he aired out, and he was spending some real shit on there. He really was.
There was definitely a lot of stories on this.
A lot of stories.
A lot of stories that he was giving.
You could tell he took a lot of inspiration from 80s and 90s rappers.
Of course, I can tell. I was like, you know what? He was. You could tell he picked up from Biggie. You know what I'm saying? You can hear that.
And sometimes the way he spit. Oh God, I'm trying to think of who I was comparing it to. I can't even think of the name, son of a bitch. But the way he was spitting at times with that laid back flow, like kind of almost. I don't want to. I hate to use this term because it sounds disrespectful, but that elementary type flow. Right. I don't mean it that he was just spitting whack.
You're talking about basic East Coast.
Yeah. He had style that he had that basic type flow at some time at points. You know what I'm saying?
Not basic in the meaning that what he was saying was basic, but just the style.
It's still a message, but the style. He was just.
Do you think that was purposely done?
It was 80s type shit. The 80s. It reminded me of 80s rap where it was a little It
kind of reminded me of more of like the 90s.
90s,
yeah.
Well, early 90s, if that. It was. I don't think late.
Like Gangstar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
stuff like that.
On that note, running through the 90s, yeah.
Right.
Gangstar type rap.
Right.
Which to me, a lot of more 90s rap and late 80s was like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I can dig that.
And late 90s started to kind of expanding and growing, but it reminded me of a lot of that. So it was nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? It had
a nostalgic feel, but
it wasn't up to par though.
That was the kind of thing.
Up to par.
It was like the style was there, right? The sound was there,
but it was late. He's about 20 years late.
Well, I mean, to you, but some people may look at that as nostalgic.
No, I looked at it.
They look at it as,
but I'm just saying, like, to compete with a lot of the rappers these days.
Well, he did say this in one of his rhymes that he felt like he was in the wrong era.
Well, yeah,
like he came up in the wrong era. Like he shouldn't have.
He did admit it.
He shouldn't have been here. He doesn't belong in this era.
I believe that too. I agree with him. That's what I'm saying is that he's at the wrong time.
Right.
Like he needs.
That's what you mean by 20 years too late.
That's what I'm saying. 20 to 10 years.
I thought you were trying to say you fell behind, baby.
Nah.
You're not popping
anymore.
I don't
think he fell behind.
That's what it sounded like you were saying.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you clarified it because I don't want y'all to think that's what I'm saying either. Right. What I'm saying is that his style and everything would have been perfectly meshed in that era.
Would it have been so perfect that he would have stood out though, right? Because you got to understand, if everybody's rhyming like that,
comparing to the rest, no,
right? He's talking about like Mobb Deep.
No, he wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have held a candle to that.
He wouldn't have. What I like about it is that he's keeping that alive in a sense in this day and age,
right? So listen, you're not in the wrong era, Rob Markman. You're in the right era.
You're in the right era.
Because nobody's really doing. I mean, there's probably a lot of it has a feel that sounds like an underground indie artist from like the East Coast.
Yeah.
The beats kind of sound like, even though I know they were Justice League, but I know they weren't the main Justice League. I know they were probably producers that are in the camp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I don't feel like he was, the part of me that I get what he was going for with the sound, and he did hit the sound right, but I don't feel like he really, I don't feel like it was great.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It had some tracks that stood out that were like that you could really feel and vibe and relate to. You know what I'm saying? He had some feel good, relate to type tracks at times.
There's a lot of stories on there.
Yeah,
definitely a lot of storytelling, and personal.
Yeah, I was gonna say very personal, and
then him kind of creating scenes in his mind.
Yeah,
kind of like that Biggie type shit.
Yeah, painting pictures. A little Nas feel to it at times.
Nas, Mobb Deep.
Yeah, Mobb Deep. That East Coast, that era, he kind of was like a combination of all of them put together. Like he studied all of their shit and like used it for his own flow. You know
right.
And he had plenty of time to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been doing this journalist shit for the longest, and he was an artist in his teens. And he was young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. And he's never let it go.
Right.
Behind the scenes, he's been writing shit. He's been probably recording shit for himself and just hearing it, maybe for the fam or whatever. What do you think? Oh, yeah. Maybe one day I'll do it. And he's just a journalist. And so he's never lost his touch, but he's never been only focused on it.
Right.
If he would have been straight focused on that craft only, he may have
Who knows where he would be? Who knows where he would be right now? Lyrically.
But he may have never made it because what got him into the door was being a journalist and making it as a journalist.
Right.
And by doing that, he has that door open to just come out with an album because he has a following as a journalist.
Oh no,
people want to hear that. Other artists too.
Of course, I want to.
He had Khaled.
I want to give. Yeah, he had Khaled. He had Wiz Khalifa come on there, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Like you're rapping now?
You're rapping? What the fuck is this?
Holler at me. We can work together."
Stay away from they.
I got the keys.
Shout
out to Khaled.
But all in all, man, I think it's good for him to kind of step into that arena because definitely. As much as like the way that the industry and the culture is moving right now, everybody's kind of on internet offering opinions, kind of like we are right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that we can't get in the booth and fucking cut your neck open. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'll get in that bitch and I'll still wreck a motherfucker.
Bro, go listen to old Reefer and old Big UU, and I'm telling you right now, you get your fucking neck cut open.
Bars all day, bro.
Bars. All right. If you're listening, go on YouTube, search Big UU Fiber, and I'm telling you,
Traumatic TV. Type in Traumatic TV, and you'll
show you we got these bars.
You'll catch these videos.
Right.
You'll catch these tracks with no video, just a picture.
Right.
You'll catch some shit.
It's cool. It's cool to see somebody step out and offer that because I think it definitely widens the scope of what people can do. These days, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, and it opens and it makes opportunities for people like you and me. For later on, for us to maybe venture back into the game if we wanted to.
You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for doing that. But all in all, though,
he got work to do.
I feel like he got work to do. What do you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
A scale of 1 to 10. I know my number. I'm gonna act like I don't. So I'm gonna on a scale of 1 to 10.
Right.
Nah, honestly, like I said, I have the number. I gave him an 8.
Give him an 8,
and that's. To me, I think it's being a little generous. on that note, because I'm thinking, I'm like, I take the beats into, like, him himself probably would have got a 7 to 7.5.
Right.
Himself as an artist. And not to shit on him, because that's still passing.
Right. That's still passing.
No, really though, it's like, his first album, gotta respect that he's jumped from being a journalist and interviewing these #1 artists and all these people, and to get into that realm and go for it. It's been his passion.
Yeah.
Got to respect that too. You know
you definitely got to respect that.
He gets points for that. You know what I'm saying? Already, just because he's like,
right.
You're jumping into something, you've been reviewing people and may possibly shitting on some people here and there, or giving your opinion.
He's kind of done the backward, like the reverse of what Joe Budden did. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So Joe Budden and Rob Markman, maybe years from now, we'll look back at this and say these guys fucking changed the way things were seen.
Definitely, because they both have made that jump from one scene to the next.
It's like when Master P became a basketball player. He played for the Hornets.
Was that when it for the
and Shaq became a rapper?
Wasn't it for the preseason only and shit? And then he got cut.
Right.
But he still was in.
He was in the balling though. He was balling. Hey, he was a rapper that made it to the basketball leagues. Hey, it's fucking unheard of. And maybe what he's doing right now, I've never heard of a journalist becoming a rapper and doing it on a big scale. So maybe he's that next level.
Gotta respect it. I mean, I gave him an 8, and like I said, I mean, he had some good stories. Definitely, you listen to it. He's gonna paint a picture for you.
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying. And he got bars, but the consistency wasn't completely all there.
Right.
And being his first album, he has plenty of room to grow. And I mean, I'm not saying he's a rookie, because in his eyes he's not. He's been doing it since he was young.
Right.
But in the game, out there, he is a rookie.
Yeah, you got to sharpen up a little bit.
You do have to sharpen up, because you got to compete with a lot of.
It's a lot of people out there. Yeah. My personal take on it, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it a 7. He does have good storytelling. That's kind of like his thing. Yeah. I did like that he was able to do that. The lyrics, they were straight. There were times where I was like, oh, okay, that's a nice couple lines there. And then there were times where I was like, all right, these are some basic ass lines.
Yeah.
Not that
that's that basic shit I was saying.
Right. That happens in rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You say some basic shit sometimes, but
a filler.
For somebody that's a journalist, I would expect you not to say basic shit at all.
I would expect you to step up your game.
Right. Yeah. I'll give you a little bit more. But all in all, I still thought it was a pretty good first offering for somebody that's a journalist. If you're looking for like the East Coast kind of feel, kind of a 90s storytelling.
Slick Rick, Nas,
Biggie,
Mobb Deep, that type of feel, like it's a little bit of all of that.
It's a little bit of all that in there. Yeah.
In there. It's not on that level.
Just not extremely high quality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's on that level. You could tell that is a part of his
You could tell that he was like, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to make some classic shit based off of what I think is classic.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That is what it sounded like.
Right.
But
he was just following the footsteps of who he thought
and
was
that's
legends.
why I said I was being generous with that 8, because it could have been a 7 to 7.5. Right. But for me, I also I like those beats. I like the shit that he was using, the production. Right. And you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Rob Markman though.
And just him taking that leap. That's why I said he gets points for that.
Shouts to you for doing that.
Good for you, man. Keep it going.
But
and I want
if you want to go journalist bars for journalist bars, I'm not really a journalist. You want to go podcasters bars versus journalist bars, we can do this, baby. All right.
Hey, all day.
Yeah.
Get me something motivated to get in the booth.
Right.